Struggle alone. That Why do you believe that you have to struggle alone? A lot of people tend to take on this badge. I call it a badge in corporate America, corporate women especially. I see this a lot. Like we feel like we got to do it alone. We got to tackle the task alone. We got to go do these projects and we can't delegate it to anyone. We can't ask for help. And it just is this pervasive thing that I see often. And I ask why. And I really have come to an understanding of why. It's a few things. One, we've learned never to trust anyone. We grew up with this idea that we have to do it alone because we saw our mothers do this alone, or we saw our family do it alone, or we this was a trauma response. Maybe we asked someone for help, but then they didn't respond the way that we wanted them to. And so therefore we thought we can't trust anyone. And so we have to do it alone. And then also, we walk through these corporate spaces feeling like I'm the only one who's going through this. I'm the only one that's experiencing this. And therefore, we cut off opportunities to connect with other people because we feel we have to. How many of you can relate to that? This is a learned behavior. It's a pattern that needs to break, and I would want that you to break it. Now, I'm not saying this to tell you that I've never done this because I have. I've experienced this quite a bit in my life. In my corporate role, I always saw women working extra hours, doing all these extra things. And when we would ask for, if I would ask, for example, when I was working as a legal assistant, I would ask the men, do you need any help? They would say, here's this, here's this, here's this. But often when I saw women, and this was, of course, in the late 80s, they would go, no, it's okay. But then they'd be working like 5, 10 extra hours more than I would see men working. And I'm thinking, why would you do that? But of course, I did the same thing because that's what I learned. And I started to realize that is a trauma response. And I also felt like, when I would do things, I would find it that people, if I did delegate, people would not respond the way that I wanted them to, right? Maybe I wasn't given clear directions, but it was my trauma response. And I can't trust anyone. And I just kept seeing the people that were great leaders, uh, great business people. They learned how to attract the right people into their lives and they trusted them to do the work. And I have found that to be the biggest benefit of all. And so I'm coming to you live to share with you why it's important for us to begin to get into community, to get into spaces where we can collaborate. As the recording of this live here, I'm in Miami, Florida. I am getting ready to meet up with the Female Quotient. Shelly Zalis, so many women who are a part of this beautiful community that Shelly created. And I decided that I wanted to come to what they call their equity lounge because I wanted to be in community. I wanted to be with other women who are bold and fierce, yet helping each other go through difficult times often. And so here I am in Florida, excited to be able to meet with everyone. Why? Because I'm choosing to make the decision to be in community. It's intentional, it's specific, it's something that I know I need. And as a result, I'm doing that. And my question to you is what is your what is your inner circle? What does your inner circle look like? What's your community look like? How are you connecting with people? How are you leaning on others? Are you delegating? Are you struggling because you're always going it alone? That is my question to you. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Why are you consistently saying, I got to do this by myself? I got to go alone. I can't ask for help. When did you learn that? When did you learn that behavior? Is this a trauma response? Is this something that you saw people doing in corporate America? How is this serving you? And that is my question. The biggest benefit that you can begin to know is why are you doing that, right? And why not make your life easier by getting in community? Start work get, first of all, what do you want out of what it is that you're trying to achieve in your corporate role? What do you want? What do you feel isolated? Do you feel like you're consistently being targeted? If so, then why not understand how you can get with others who are trying to rise above that? And that is the message that I have for you today. Get off the struggle bus. Get off this, it's the world against me and I'm alone and no one sees me, no one values me. That is something you learned because your personality creates your personal reality. That's your character speaking. And I hate to burst the bubble, but no, not everybody doesn't have a personal file on you constantly telling you to put you down. That's not reality. What is reality is that you're in a particular situation where you feel like you're stuck. You feel like you have to do everything by yourself and you don't have to. That's your personality creating that personal reality. And I want to help you move to a heightened sense of community where I would say all these little ships, we rising. We are getting to a level. Why? Because this takes intention every single day. We have a practice. We make commitments that we make to ourselves. We have vision. We're working on our vision every day. We're reading books, right? Every single day. We're reading, we're learning. We are putting forth we're acting, not acting, we are being the women that we wanted and needed when we were younger. And so as a result of that, we are light to other people, helping them move along the way, helping them speak up in difficult situations. We're going into corporate spaces, being brave, being bold, being courageous, even when there is an administration that seems to be that they're trying to cut people that look like me and you out. That's not our reality. Our reality is that we're going to continue to rise even in the midst of that because we know that we are the ones who are able to take ourselves and when we're in community, we can we can rise much higher. So what I want to offer you today is, because it would be a crime if I came here live all the time and just talk to you without giving you resources for you to be able to get to the next level. And so, what I want to do is, I want to start off easy. I want you to begin to take what I'll call our free audio series so that you can start listening to messages that reflect the situation that you're in as corporate women that we're in, and we can begin to change our mindset. We can begin to change and see things differently. This is what we call our free audio series. It's called Unlocking. Let me get it up here. It's called Unlocking the Authenticity Code. Overcome fear, own your voice to accelerate your career. That's what we want to do. And the reason why we want to start here is because I know some of y'all don't know me, and you guys are like, she comes up here, she says all this stuff all the time. And I don't really don't know her, but she sounds cool. Well, why not dive in? And so I'm going to put the audio series here in the note here. And I would love for you to check it out, right? So it's the free audio series, and I'm going to add it here. It's actually going to be in the notes when you see this recording. I am going to get a bit.ly link or whatever they call those links, so it's shorter. But for right now, I would love for you to go to this free audio series called Unlocking Your Authenticity Code, right? And that is going to get you into starting to think differently, believe differently. And if that is the next step that you can do from there is join our inner circle. We have the Rise 53 inner circle that we are launching today that is going to give you the opportunity to receive weekly messages. You get to be in community. You get to have Friday meetups like this. And you're also going to be able to get monthly challenges because I love me a good challenge. And I just feel like this is the time in our world where people need to be connected. We need to be together and we need to be in community with people to know that we're not crazy because you're not. We just need to unlearn and grow through some of the struggles and difficulties that we've had in our past. And that's my short but quick message to you today. So be conscious of your cutting things off and having what these things I would call blockages, blocking you from connecting with other people. I'm going to leave this live because I've got to get ready to get down to the Female Quotient Equity Lounge. And I will definitely let you know how it goes if you follow me here on LinkedIn. But for the meanwhile, get with our audio series. The link is in the notes in the comments. And